We've made mounting your MPO PRO-F even easier. Welcome back to the Meprolight workshop, and today we're talking about mounting your MPO PRO-F to your handgun of choice. And now we have a solution that makes mounting it even easier.
So what we have is, we understand with the PRO-F, it has a cross bolt mounting screw. So there's no way to direct mount down into a plate. So our competitors that have enclosed pistol dots have the same challenges, right? So what we did was we set out to kind of take the top 5 most popular pistols, specifically in the LE market, and then create a direct mount plate for those pistols. So it gives you a couple of benefits. One, you're not screwing the plate into the firearm and then screwing the optic plate into that, which then makes it more rigid and really solidifies the contact points between the two. And then secondly, there obviously is a challenge anytime we're mounting enclosed emitters, mounting anything on top that maybe your factory sights will not co-witness, or you do not have an option for your pistol in order to co-witness. So what it does is it lowers the height over bore. Obviously it lowers your zero, you're bringing everything down closer, similar to a precision rifle where you wanted to get pretty much as close as you can so you can be comfortable. And that's what we set out to do with these custom plates.
Absolutely, and we've identified some of the most popular pistols on the market, including Glock with your standard frames, your 19, 17s, and the large frame Glocks as well. If you like a 10 millimeter, which is the best millimeter, we make for those as well. Of course, we make it for the IWI Masada, the FN 509s, and some other FNs, as well as the H&K VP9.
Yeah, when we set it out, we're not closed off to, hey, that's what we're only making them for. It really, taking kind of the synopsis of what's in the LE market right now, those 5 pistols kept coming up as being the most popular, so that's where we started. We have the ability to grow this line into others. We do work with a ton of OEM companies as well, so if somebody reaches out and said, hey, I have a contract and I need PRO-Fs, can you make them for a Smith & Wesson 2.0? Sure, not a problem at all. And we may do that going forward, but for now, we needed a starting point without getting it out of control. We are already out of control on pistol optics, on backup sights, screws, now plates, the closed emitter. So trying to simplify the process and give the masses what they need now.
Absolutely. So let's demonstrate going from 2 plates to 1 plate. So right here on this Masada, which by the way, on this Masada, we used it for testing the PRO-F, and it has well north of 5,000 rounds, and it keeps trucking. Both the pistol and the optic have performed excellent. You can see the marks and everything on it. I mean, it has been run through the ringer, but it's a really simple system. Go for it, Eric.
Yeah, and to your point, yes, this is a test optic and a test pistol, but it's been ran on the 2-plate system. So anyone who says, hey, 2 plates are not as reliable, we have well over 5,000 rounds here. The plan is to get this gun to 15,000, 20,000 rounds with this optic and the plate system to prove it out. So again, it goes back to reading the manual. Yep. We know some people can be challenged at times reading the manual or finding instructions online that don't come from the manufacturer. But as long as you set your torque specs and you have the ability, we use fixed sticks quite often with the torque limiters. I don't have it installed right now because we're not going to be torquing them down, but I do use the 15 inch-pound torque limiter. We used them all day, the last 2 days on the range, on all the myriad of pistols, rifles, magnifiers, and everything. So ensure you torque them down. And then I would go one more step. Once my plate is torqued, I usually put a witness mark with a paint pen, just so peace of mind, I can look down and say, hey, this has moved or it hasn't moved. If it has moved and you don't know, your problems are just going to compound. If you simplify your process, you go through shooters go through checklists. When you're putting your stuff together and mounting and installing, you should also go through a checklist. Hey, did I read the manual? Do I understand the torque specs? Let me torque it appropriately. Let me witness mark it. And then you have a system that is pretty much, I'm not going to say fail-proof, things happen, but you can at least look at it and start to diagnose. So we kind of went off on a little bit there. Let's get back. So we're going to take our fix-it sticks and we're going to remove this PRO-F. I should probably do this with my left hand since I'm a lefty and I can't do anything right. My wife...
You finally have an advantage of being wrong-handed.
Yeah, my wife will tell me I can't do anything right anyway, so it's fine. So it just locks right in. We'll tighten it down for video purposes. 15 inch-pounds would be your crossbolt spec anyway. And there we go. So one other thing we should plug is that depending on when you see this, we may or will be coming out with Glock-specific backup sights. So no longer will you have to see your two dots in the rear, your speed ring, bullseye, reticle, and then your dot in the front. It will be very simplified. So we're looking at a much thinner, serrated, blacked out rear with a single black dot front with the tritium dot inside. So if you're familiar with our Mepro True Dots, they are tritium dots green with white outer ring. So replace that white outer ring with a black outer ring. That way, if your sights go down during the day, you'll be able to just co-witness your 3-dot system, and it works just the way it's always worked since the invention of pistols. And then if your dot goes down at night, you'll have the single tritium dot to center in the rear. So we will have those 5 different models for Glocks, and then look for the FN SIG 320s and the FN SIG 320s and the IWIs. They all share the same SIG footprint of iron sights, so we'll have that set next.
Absolutely. So guys, we've came out with so many new products over the past couple of years. It's crazy, and we're planning to come out with lots more, to be honest. So stay tuned for that, and for more content, be sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for more. Hey guys, thanks for watching this long into the video. While I got you and Eric has snuck away, the first 5 people to comment ribeye will get a free plate. So go ahead, drop a comment below ribeye, and I'll hook you up. Thanks for watching.